it started, that sort of spirit was in me from a young age. But when I was very obsessed with Justin Bieber, for people that know. I was very, very obsessed with him. And I'm actually very grateful for that period in my life, because there was a lot going on in my family life at the time, like in my personal life. And being a fan of Justin Bieber at the time like was such a healthy distraction. And I'm from Connecticut, but obviously like this was like the peak of his career. We'll say it was like, I shouldn't say the peak, it was when he was just like very like, it was all anybody could talk about. It was like 2012, 13, My World Tour. And I like, you would see all these people. So I had a Twitter account, I had a Stan account on Twitter, and all these people would always have concert tickets and be able to get meet and greets and stuff. And it was like my dream to meet him, and it was my dream to just go to his concerts. So I needed money to do that. And so that was like another thing that really, that was my purpose. And like, I need to make money at that age. I was never like, oh, I need to make money and save up for a car. I was always like, I need to make money to be able to do the normal things that everybody else around me is doing. Because I grew up very low income and broke, but in a wealthy area. So all of my friends had money or came from at least like upper middle class families. So even things like going to the ice cream shop or going to the diner and stuff, like it gave me anxiety from a very young age, because it was like I constantly had to have $20 available like every weekend. And I was like, how am I going to do this shit? Because I didn't have a job. So at that age, I did all the typical stuff. I did a lot of lemonade stands. I did what was I doing at 13? Because I remember making money to go. I would just sell like everything that I owned. I would sell Christmas presents and stuff, which made me sad, but I ended up getting a good experience out of what I spent it on. It wasn't until I turned 17, 18, right when I was about to graduate high school, that I got a Poshmark. And that was the first time I ever like successfully from point A to point B sold a piece of clothing, and it blew my mind. Like I was like, there's no way. I can remember what it was. I made a video about this. It was a black and white striped like Target brand t-shirt dress thing, and I sold it for like $19. So you saw how much you did. Yeah, I saw how much I couldn't do. That was like very normal things, and that bothered me. And like, it was something I kind of got bullied for a little bit. You could tell I was poor. Like, you could tell. I always had knockoff stuff. If you're from New England, like, you would know everybody has North Face. Everybody had, what were those shoes called? They were like boat shoes, very preppy, like Vineyard Vines. Even just like Victoria's Secret and stuff were things I couldn't get. And it just like, I felt like I missed out on being a teenage girl. Everybody had pink fragrance sprays, like things like that. I caught on very quickly, like, fuck, like, I can't even get this stuff. I couldn't get my nails done. So it wasn't until the end of high school that I was really able to start getting consistent money. Granted, it wasn't a lot. It was like $100 a week, if even, through Poshmark, through selling clothes. And I would take clothes that I already had and like sew them differently, like put little embroideries or something in them, and that would help me kind of save up. When I started like having a consistent $100 in my bank account, $120 to me, I thought I was fucking rich, baby. I literally was like, I have the big bucks, when I would always look at my account and see 120 in it. It's just so funny looking back. And it's funny how, like, as you make more money, different numbers become that tier for you. Like, then it was $300, having a consistent $300. I was like, I'm rich, you know? So it's funny how as you grow, that tier, that number, like, in your mind changes. Like, I remember the first time I would start going to Forever 21 and stuff at the mall, like, everything was $20. Everything. Like, I shouldn't say price-wise, but, like, I always needed at least $20 to get something from Forever 21. Like, I knew I needed a $20 bill. And now, like, I don't even know. I feel like I need $200 to leave the house. I'm so serious. Not because I'm, like, frivolously spending every day, but it just feels like in my head, what was $20 back then is now like 200 or 250 to me now.